After a long day of being pulled in every direction, the last thing anyone wants to think about is what's for dinner. That's where Schwann's can help, with a variety of real food choices, frozen to lock in freshness. From ready-made meals, premium meats and side dishes, to vegetables, ice cream, and more. Schwann's foods go from freezer to table in minutes, not hours, so you can pull off a delicious meal in no time at all. Ordered, delivered, done. That's homemade easy. To help simplify mealtime, visit schwanns.com.
At Farmers Insurance, we know a roof can withstand a lot. One exception being an airborne car. Seen it, covered it. Click for more.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
I'm going to do it right.
You can go ahead and start.
Hi, this is Jim the Keys bartending coming to you from the Catch restaurant here in Key Largo.
I was just letting you know you could start anytime you wanted.
Yeah, I did start. So today I'd like to welcome Luke once again, our perennial guest, and my co-host Bill Wissinger. Say hi.
How y'all doing?
Say hi, Luke.
Hi, Luke.
Yeah, hi, Luke. There we go. Thank you, Gracie.
How high?
Yeah. Today's episode 46.
Am I not that high because my old lady stole my last freaking edible. I'm pissed, man.
Did she take your stash again?
Yeah, and
Luke,
she left me with absolutely nothing in it.
Here we go. Oh, really? You're on a no weed?
Well, I mean, I managed. I took what little bit of roaches I had left and made a little tiny pinner. And that's,
there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I'm not going to make a plea over there, but today's episode 46, and it's the backpack guy likes titties. Woo!
Oh man, that dude almost got punched in the face.
Yeah, Bill was here for that. He wasn't a bad sort. He wasn't mean spirited or anything like that. But I'm going to get into that. We'll go into the story at the end. The other day, yesterday, we were at Blackwater Siren. Yep. That was awesome. We had a great time. We were outside.
I had a good time.
I mean, that's a place where we actually
can
be smoking cigars and other things out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
cigars.
Yeah, I can sit in the parking lot there.
You think you can?
It's like I can here.
You can do it here.
Except for it's hot here.
You're right. It's wait, it's not. Yeah, it's kind of under the. But you know what? We're at the Catch Restaurant every Wednesday. And they have happy hour 3:30 to 6:30. If you're visiting and we're in the middle, I know we're starting to get some of our listeners coming down here now from the Great White North, and I mean that from weather-wise. Okay. And,
speaking of the Great White North, man, there's these snowshoe hares that because it's warmed up so much, they're not turning. They're not getting their winter coat.
They're just staying brown.
Yeah, they're staying brown.
Yeah. That's good, man.
That's pretty bizarre.
That's pretty. Hey, you know what? Nature's a beautiful thing sometimes.
It adapts quickly or it dies, I guess, is the whole thing.
Well, Josh commented that he said that we talk over each other all the time. And I suggested. What? Yeah.
You're shitting me.
Yeah, I know you're just being sarcastic. But I explained to him, since we're Keys bartender, we want to be as much like a bar as possible, where we would talk. And this is kind of like my family life. When I grew up, we used to talk over each other all the time, and you're trying to get like feedback from people. I listen to Luke, I listen to Bill. I don't mind. You got to let Luke be Luke. You can't cut into his time when he gets his stream of consciousness.
Oh, you can cut in. It doesn't do
and actually, I told him that I said, this really works for us. I really love the way it works for Bill. Bill's kind of like really even keel. His voice sometimes his voice goes up, sometimes it goes down, but he's even keel. I'm a little more excitable, and I guess you are on the other end. Luke gets a little more excited than I do sometimes.
Well, you get
every now and again.
It kind of works. It kind of works out well that the way we said.
Well, we're passionate about certain things.
Yeah.
Like the little girl that collects bugs, dead bugs.
I don't get
She's
that
very
one.
passionate. It was a commercial. And this little girl, I collect bugs.
Oh, man.
Dead ones.
Well, listen, I wanted to talk about one thing. It was really the thing. This past year, and it's a kind of a downer thing, but we've got one of the worst flu seasons that they've had. And we're in the Keys. And you think, everyone thinks, a flu, you think cold weather. Well, we got hit just as bad as everyone else down here.
I'm working on round 2 of the damn thing. It's about to kill me.
There was only one person in our group right here that didn't get hit.
I got.
No, he got sick. He was sick as
I
hell.
was sick.
No, that was me.
Oh, that's right. It's you.
Talking about myself. And I'm not saying I'm a...
It must be a fruity fruit punch that you drink.
Luke's pointing to my wine, but it's actually my excellent physical conditioning. No, it's just dumb luck. I think it's just dumb luck. I got a flu shot, and the last time I got a flu shot, I got hit real bad where I was in the bed, but I was only in the bed one day. People said that's not the flu, and I'm telling you, I'd never been that sick.
We all got sick because of jam night, man. Sharing microphones. One musician gets sick, and then they make you do a jam night.
One more reason to hate jam night.
You're singing an infected mic.
Jam night's coming up again next Monday, I think.
Oh,
right?
God.
Know about that?
Are you working Mondays?
Normally I would.
I think you guys,
this Monday, but I switched with
Bill
Bowman.
should be hosting it. I think you and Bill.
No. Neither one of us want to host a jam night, really.
Well, you're the main personalities here. Why not?
Because it's a jam night.
Because
they suck.
It's just.
You don't have to play. I mean,
it's
you
lot
can play
of
or not
organizing and putting up with whiny-ass musicians.
They're here
man.
Anyway. All you get up there
it's
and
like
talk.
herding cats.
Yeah. Well, I do it every week, man. I'm doing it right fucking now. You know that. But with the sickness, I know, at least in the business, we're all in a similar type of business. You don't work, you don't get paid. There's no replacements. There's no, short notice replacements for you. You don't get. Someone said, "Oh, you get a sick day."
No, there isn't a sick day.
You don't get sick day. You don't get
up there and do the best you can.
Yeah. And for me, when I have my go-to thing is Alka-Seltzer plus cold medicine. That works for me. And thorough flu when it's really bad. And I've done it where I've
taken warm Jim Beam and cocaine.
Okay, yeah. Well, I guess I could do that, but I'm not. I don't do that. What's your real thing? Oh, really? That's your fucking thing? I'm looking over my glasses at Bill and I go, "That's your fucking thing?"
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I just think at our age, you think you can start worrying about your heart soon?
No, I'm not doing. No, I'm not talking about a huge bump or anything. Just a little tiny bit.
Like I said, he's a man of fucking control, isn't he? You never see him getting too fucked up or anything like that, Luke. I'm looking over.
Yeah, sometimes, man.
I know, but
we've been there together sometimes.
God, his wife has come out and grabbed both of us by the ear and drug us around the parking lot. And
no, we had this discussion before, and we don't have to explain how Luke
is hot in kind of a strange way.
That girl is 17 years old, maybe at most. There's a hot girl outside that's definitely in her 20s. Okay, if you need to look at her. That girl's a high school girl.
Yeah,
no,
she's
got a tattoo, man.
Doesn't matter.
Fucking 10-year-olds that have tattoos now. Jesus.
No,
everybody's inked up. Hell, my mother's got a tattoo.
No, I don't need
way,
it.
Really?
Yeah.
My mom don't have no tattoo.
Oh, God. She doesn't realize how cute she is yet. But stop this, guys. It's enough.
But she
looks like she's 12, man.
Well, they're actually old enough to drive because they drove here, but that's not the law in Florida. Oh, okay. So I'm going to get to this conversation. This is fucking great.
Okay.
Y'all listen to
it's
me.
Barbara.
Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
How you doing? So, have you been watching Winter Olympics?
No.
Oh, it was no. And you? No.
Just the curling that we watched in here a couple nights ago.
Okay, I'm going to get a good fill-in.
That one Russian
it started almost
2
weeks. It's 2 weeks ago. Oh, that Canadian girl?
No, the Russian curler, man. She's a beautiful eyes, man.
She was pretty hot.
I think her name's Slivana or something.
It's Svetlana.
Svetlana.
SB. Svetlana.
I thought that
it's like sweat with a V in front of it.
Svetlana.
She's like the Russian ballerina mail order bride.
Yeah,
I bet
that's what you think you're going to get. And
you got to watch out. She's busy.
Then I found out it's her husband that she curls with, man.
Remember that
she's married to the guy that she curls with.
Boris,
I bet she does curl.
He hasn't bought curls, the curly hairs of his nutsack. Hey, Luke, I'm playing you. See, I was not sack. Did I say
I would have said cod sack, but
you're what?
Cod sack.
Cod shack?
Cod sack.
Cods.
Cod sack.
By the cods, man. Nads, cods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going. Okay.
Unless I was going to do a poem like eat me raw, balls and all, don't stop there, eat the hair. If you want a snack, you can eat my sack.
That's Red. That's that guy Red, right?
I think so.
There's a song. I went to a barn dance. What'd they do? They took off the socks and they took off their shoes. They took off their shirts and they took off their pants. I had a hunch they weren't going to dance. I'm not going to do the rest because it's really filthy. It was filthy. I sang it in college, but listen, this is explicit. I'll say fuck, I'll say shit, but I can't do this
Shit,
one.
fuck, hell, and damn.
It's kind of like it's almost like it's. I'm going to cover up the mic when I do it. Okay.
No.
I had a hunch you won't gonna dance. They eat butt frames on two.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, I remember that,
Yeah,
man.
heard that? Okay.
Yeah, we heard
I covered up the mic because that's just too filthy and I can't do it.
it's not too
God
filthy.
It
forbid
is
my
not,
dog.
man. What's wrong with finger fucking, man?
Okay. That's all right.
Fair.
That's you saying it. Okay, so we're talking about
This must be that Catholic guilt complex thing
probably.
that I
No,
don't
it
have.
isn't.
He doesn't want to have to go to, not mass. What's the other thing? Confession.
Confession,
No,
yeah.
not that at all. If there's, I have an 11-year-old daughter, and I try to, you know what? There's a certain amount of things I could say, and I think, you know what? I can explain to her, but I don't know if I went through that amount of filth, I'd be able to explain it.
Well, if you honestly,
That's me, and I'm not being a hypocrite about
No,
it. Because
I'm-
you could say it,
I'm
and I don't
wondering-
have to explain it. I just say, yeah, what?
I'm wondering why anybody would let an 11-year-old listen to a podcast marked mature anyway.
What do you say, let? If I try to put the controls on there,
Oh, yeah,
and you
so
go over to the
never mind.
house, and they find out she's had a sleepover. Oh, your father does a podcast. Let's listen to it. And they don't have, I can't control what they're listening to. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
sick.
well, and as soon as you say you can't do that, what are we going to do?
They're going to do it.
We're going to do that.
So I got to watch my behavior somewhat. I realize I'm going to be somewhat dirty, but I'm going to go to the level where I'm not totally filthy. That's my thing.
And if Luke and I get out of line and she does listen to,
No. You could be you, and I'll just say they're being filthy because
And
they
you-
don't concern themselves about it, but they're not being. It's not wrong.
And you can always,
It's not wrong.
and you can always do,
That's the way the world is.
you can always do the fallback. Go ask your mother.
Okay, so we're going back. This is the herding cat part. We go back to the Winter Olympics, and I started watching. My daughter and my wife love the figure skating. They love figure skating, and Tara Lipinski is hosting it with this guy, and he comes out and he has a hairdo like Gary Oldman did in Dracula. Remember that hairdo in Dracula? Bram Stoker's Dracula? His hair was kind of like tied up and it was thing, and he's wearing some kind of frilly thing. And it was kind of gay. It was really gay actually. But, and it started 2 weeks ago. Like after the opening ceremony, he's commentating. He's a nice guy. And listen, like Luke and Bill and Josh and I said, I love gay people. This guy is militantly gay because Tara Lipinski wore an outfit that was kind of loud for a commentator. This guy trumped her, and I hate to say the word Trump, but in this thing, but he so beat her ass and gaying it up. Like,
Yeah,
he wasn't. He's not a transsexual. He is certainly gay because
He went off. He went
just
off the
kept
chart fabulous.
every consecutive show, he continually got gayer and gayer and gayer. And then he ended up being this superhero I saw 2 days ago, a superhero gay guy that could shoot rainbows out of his hand and his ass. And then, you know what? You notice how we don't focus on the sex acts being gay.
No.
But he's so comfortable with his style. He just went way out. And there you look at Tara Lipinski, and she's like, I can't even fucking compete with this guy.
Yeah.
He wore this. His hair. He had a hair up like a Joanne Woodward did in the 1954 Academy Awards would, but the gown was like something from Star Trek, an evening gown from Star Trek.
As long as it didn't have a
but it
Howard
wasn't.
Hughes bullet bra.
Almost.
What amazes me is how much they can spin in circles, man, and fast. I'd be off.
I'd be puking.
I'd be all over the place, man. How the fuck do you spin like that, man?
I'm talking about the commentator right now. We can get back to that.
A commentator?
A commentator.
Not a spectator, but a commentator.
Not a fancy tater. Not a plain tater.
Just a commentator. Yeah.
Don't be a hater about the commentator, okay? So this guy went way over, and I think not over the line, but he went so far out there. It's like, holy shit, that is amazing. That I didn't know that level existed.
Oh yeah, man, dude.
I never seen it. I seen there's a show I watch, High Maintenance. There's a show on HBO called High Maintenance. It's wonderful. How you guys doing? All right? Good. There's a show called High Maintenance, and there was these guys, they go to nightclubs, and they dress. I mean, we go down to Key West. There's guys that continually dress in drag and stuff like that. And this guy, even though
Like
he
the
wasn't
La La
in
Bell show.
drag, was so much gayer than the drag guys that dress up like Julie Newmar.
There you
From
go.
that thing. It was amazing, and he kept on going. And I have to say, this guy made such a statement. It just changed my level and say, hey, you know what? He's doing it for all these other guys that want to wear these outfits.
You know what you get when you cross a penis with a potato?
What?
A dictator.
I guess that's the chance that I should end this line of questioning.
Just because you can dress like that doesn't mean you should.
This guy did. This guy was experimental in his clothes.
As my wife points out to me, just because I can grow my eyebrows that long doesn't mean that I should.
Oh, this guy was very stylish. I think it looked a bit ridiculous. It certainly let people know. You could know from if you were looking at him from the planet Saturn, you'd know that guy was gay without a telescope. We're moving on from that. I also noticed you guys are not biting on anything I have so far, but I notice when I'm bartending, I love people asking me questions. Just come up and ask me an innocuous question. Any question. Ask me any question.
How far is it to the Keys?
That's a great question.
We're going down
I said
to the Keys.
you're in luck. You're within 100 miles of the Keys. Of any point in the Keys, I would say.
Or
within 100 miles of any point in the Keys. Because you are.
Or people go, wow, this is really great.
No, but
I love being in Key
I'm not
West.
talking specifically Keys questions. Any question that you would come and ask a question. Ask me any question. Any question.
What's a hen weigh?
3 to 4 pounds. Depending how much you feed
That's
them.
kind of a skinny
That's an old
chicken.
That's
man.
an old joke, man. Come on. That's an old. No, they come up. I'm telling you, I get questions.
Does your meatloaf?
What? Does my
Does your
meatloaf?
meatloaf?
Okay.
Does your
these
kumquat?
Okay. But
Hey, if Jack helped you on a horse, would you help Jack off a horse?
yeah, I'd help Jack off a horse.
If
Pays a lot of money.
If you're in
Artificial inspiration. All right.
There you go.
insemination,
Man,
I
there's a
said
lot of
artificial
money to be
insemination.
had in horse insemination.
Okay, you guys
Jesus.
aren't biting, but I'm going to tell you. Oh, there's someone asking a question. I would love this. I love a good question from someone. Are you open right now?
No, hell no.
No, today Lee Sharp called me. And
That was my
I
buddy
waited.
Lee.
I did the tacit. I wanted to do the answering machine. I waited 5 seconds. He called up and goes, "Hello, hello. Hi, you've reached a catch. If you'd like to order food, hit number 1. If you'd like to speak to a manager, hit number 2. If you'd like to find the hours of where we're operating, hit number 3. All other questions, hit number 4. And he started hitting the buttons. And the funny thing about it is Luke really wasn't calling the catch. He was calling a place called the Golden Rule. In
the what?
up in Coral Gables, I think.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? That was a perfect timing for that. And I just love questions. So, and you guys have no questions.
No.
Unfortunately,
I have lots of questions.
Oh, let's hear some.
What kind of wine is that?
I'm drinking Merlot right now. Right
Merlot.
before that, I had Malbec.
Does it have like a hint of Madagascar vanilla and pencil lead?
You know what? It does have a hint of vanilla, and it's very fruit forward in the beginning.
It's good that it's fruit forward.
And it has a medium,
it's important to know where it stands fruit wise.
And it's a medium dryness.
Okay.
All right there, and it has pretty good legs. And now a lot of people.
That's like a 50-year-old woman.
Good legs.
Good legs, medium dryness.
Tight a-hole.
Sometimes
Sometimes not.
Not a Jenna Jameson one, right?
Oh, that one was great, man. Yeah.
You know what I always want to ask you, and this is a touchy subject, maybe.
Touchy-feely?
No, not touchy like that. Touchy meaning answering. Do you have a game plan for 20 years from now? Do you ever envision what you're gonna be like and what's gonna happen 20 years from now?
Well, I'm probably gonna have a stroke at some point, and I will either be able to wipe my ass or I won't.
Is that your whole plan?
Yeah, man. Fuck it. I'm gonna work until I drop dead anyway. So.
Pretty much. My game plan for the next 20 years is very similar to my game plan for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You don't change? You don't have one?
No. Get up in the morning, figure out what I'm going to do today.
See, okay. You know what? And it makes sense because you don't have children, right?
No.
None.
You don't have children, okay.
No, hell no.
Even though it's not biologically my child.
I am my own child.
I used to be my own child, and it was great. I could do whatever I wanted with that. But I'm thinking I got to get through, 14 years to get her through college. Or not 14. Yeah, 14 if she goes to graduate school.
Well, you better make sure she gets a good fucking job so that you can sleep on her couch and shit when you get too old to fucking work.
Well, we're putting money away for her college tuition so she doesn't have to worry about, at least she won't be broke when she gets out of college. You know what I mean?
Are you on that, what do you call that?
Prepaid?
Yeah.
We're doing some saving that we're doing, and it's going pretty big.
Well, the rate college, you can lock in that low price now. Well,
actually, we lucked out because it came in a large sum, which we put entirely into that, Luke. And that one thing, and my next thing is for their livelihood. So, but ideally, I want to be around because I know it would cause them pain. So what I would do is, I'm thinking, I got to be around. I'd like to be around for another, and I'm going to got to be somewhat vibrant for about 27 years. 27 years. I'm 54. That means 81.
Yeah, I'll be lucky to make it to 62.
You know what, Luke? That's not written in stone. You can do whatever you want.
No, man.
We could chop your head off and cryogenically freeze it and bring you back.
Oh, God, I wouldn't want that
put you on
at
the body
man.
of a 40-year-old or a 20-year-old.
Oh, fuck.
How about we took your head and put it on top of a large dog, and you could just run around.
That doesn't sound very pleasant either.
What was that, Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
No, you're thinking of that Alien movie, man, where they...
It was Invasion of the Body Snatchers when they... Wasn't that?
No, that was Mars Attacks or something. With Jack Nicholson plays the president and they shoot him right off the bat.
Yeah.
What's happening, man?
I don't think they shoot him right off the bat. But I'll let that go. Hey, listen, I also wanted to talk to you about this stuff. You were checking out the young lady over there.
It was just.
Do you have any clue on what their age? Do you have an age thing when you look at them?
All I see is if they got boobs, I like boobs, and she just stuck out kind of odd because she had
14-year-old girls that have boobs.
Yeah, I know. Girls get boobs a lot younger now.
Yeah.
In high school, in elementary school, we only had one girl that got boobs early, and that was Tracy White. She had nice big boobs. Hopefully she don't listen to this. Well, even if she does, she knows that she was the first girl to get boobs. So
there was a 13-year-old girl in my 8th grade class, and she was she expressed interest. I didn't know what to do with that. Let's say, you know what? Since we're kind of flagging here, why don't we go into... Yeah, we're flagging.
Are we flagging?
What are we flagging?
Let's get into the final episode of episode 4, Dentures Held Hostage. Okay? And I'll start out. Now, I just want you to know, I'm the narrator. Anything in brackets is me. I'm narrator.
Hang on. God damn it.
I'm Craig, right?
Yeah. I'm blind. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Luke, you're not there until the second page. And I put L on that. And that's, see there where Ron is. And I'll read the slurring. You don't have to read anything in the brackets, okay? This way it's no confusing. And let me recap what happened. So now we have our heroine, Janine, who has her dentures.
She's on heroin?
Our heroine.
Oh.
Meaning our hero, female hero. And then we have male hero, it's Tim, I guess. But the woman that's in peril is Janine. And Ron Benary. And all these names are changed to protect them. And they're very close to them. And these things actually happen here. Had her denture stolen by Ron Benary, and he tried to hold them hostage for $1,000. And up until last week, we had Jim walking off. If you go and get your...
yeah. Well,
I think you have time to go there.
I didn't know you needed one. I would have got you one while I was up there.
We had Tim, Ron Benary come into the bar, try to sell the dentures, and...
Cop showed up.
He castigated Tim, the bartender, saying, hey, you always call me for this stuff, and no one's reported any false teeth stolen, and he left, and then Ron Benary leaves, and Jim runs off with, was it Mark, the gay man at the bar, carrying him across the street because he's drunk. He wanted to make sure he was safely across the street. Now we're back to the bar in... the Catch, and we have a big working class move. Jovially bounces up to the bar from upstate New York. Craig, hey Jerky, give me a Heineken. No shit talking. I heard about you. Tim turns and puts on his game face.
What the fuck? I mean, pardon me, sir.
I'll mop the parking lot up with you. As he stumbles to stay up. I'm one badass you don't want to mess with. Almost falling down.
Right. You appear to be a formidable opponent.
Craig shadow boxes with the payphone in the corner and appears to be losing the fight.
Come on over here, have a seat. Here's your beer. Drink on up there, buddy.
Craig, some jackass tried to sell me some false teeth outside until his old lady showed up. He popped those chompers in her mouth. They began making out, slobbering over each other. It was a mess. The door opens and a duo of Ron Benary and Janine come stumbling in the bar. Slurring.
My lady and I would like some of your finest domestic fucking beer wings, and it's happy hour, right?
How would you like the wings?
We'll take a medium rare.
I mean, what style, man?
Interrupting Tim. Fancy.
Hold on, what flavor? Hot, medium, mild? Come on, you know the routine.
The sheriff abruptly walks in and approaches Ron Benary, noticeably wearing rubber gloves.
Are you Ron Benary?
Yeah, he is, but I didn't report the dentures as stolen.
The sheriff, appearing perplexed by the comment.
Ron Benary, you are under arrest for defecating into a mailbox.
Ron is handcuffed and taken away. Without a step,
after you booked.
Craig turns to Tim. That was so romantic.
Just like the end of Casablanca, man.
That's the end of the story. Dentures held hostage. As told to you by the Keys bartender players. Yes, that was tearsome. That was a tearsome fall right there. So, Luke, tonight, you go and play at the Pilot House?
Yeah, man. I only got this Wednesday and next Wednesday, and then I'm not there on Wednesday.
Oh, okay, no, but I got to hear your routine. You're going to leave here. Give me a rundown of your routine. Okay, I'm going to give you an interview. When you leave here, what do?
Well, normally I would smoke some pot on the way there, but since I'm out of pot, I won't be smoking my pre-gig joint unless one of the other guys shows up with a joint.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm just going to drive there and bitch about not having any weed to smoke.
Who's your lineup tonight?
Alex and Jamie and Rob.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. There's a good shot. There'll be some.
There you go. Okay, so what's your alternate plan? What, are you going to have a beer?
Well, yeah, I always have a beer.
Are you going to keep a tight eye out on your keys?
A what?
Your keys. Your fucking keys.
Oh.
No, he's already lost those.
They're sitting right here.
No. When you go to the Pilot House, are you going to have your keys in your pocket?
Oh, no, I can't stand shit in my pocket when I play,
that's
man.
a good plan. That's a good plan.
I always throw my shit on my amp, man.
That's a smart move. With someone that keeps track of their things as well as you do. So you can throw all your shit on your amp, right?
I do agree. I don't.
Yeah.
I clean my pockets out when I play too.
You know, it's good.
Especially in the summer when you're sweating like a motherfucker, man, and you get, anything that's in your pockets just intensifies a sweat ring or whatever,
You get
man.
that pool, and it drips down your back and down your butt crack and under your ball sack.
Man, and if you got like a little raw of a butthole from like shitting too much and the sweat pours down and hits you right square
Do you
on
eat any
the-
vegetables?
Sure.
Once in a while, man.
Do you what?
Yeah, no, I eat a lot of green, a lot of roughage.
You weren't. He was talking about his asshole
into-
being sore.
I'm into legumes, man.
It's from standing up and with a sweaty ass playing.
And sitting on the toilet.
Hey, you're
and
talking
reading
to
for
a
an hour.
bartender.
Yeah, same thing.
We're sweating at. But I don't have a sore asshole.
Well, you must use the tux regularly.
I don't use the tux. I eat vegetables and
Man,
roughage.
I like that.
I don't use tux. I don't have a
Tux
problem
pads are
with
my
tux.
friend in the summer. Oh,
This is where we're going again.
I cannot wear fucking long britches in the summertime down here, man.
Okay.
I get ash rash so bad, it's just not funny.
Who one of us wears long? I wear them in the morning sometimes. If I go to a meeting, my Rotary meeting, I'll go on Wednesday morning.
no, if it's cool enough, I'll immediately put jeans on and boots.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's not cool enough.
Yeah, we don't. And most of the time, I'll wear sandals and shit like that.
I like owner's sandals, man.
Flip
I know
flops.
if you work behind a bar, man, you got to wear some shoes.
Yep.
You don't want to be walking around with your bare ass toes. When you got a fucking keg or glass bottle for it.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, that's the only
man.
reason.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, I'd walk around with sandals all the time. Like
You
Jesus
still get
did.
people come up and take pictures of you. You still play barefoot most of the time, right?
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah.
We get people come up and take pictures of Cody and I. I laugh like hell. They're like, "What? You ain't never seen anybody barefoot before? What the hell's wrong with you?"
Yep.
I guess if you live up north where it's cold, you just get used to shoes all the time, man. And then when you live down here where it's hot, you get used to flip-flops and
You know,
shorts.
it's funny, where I'm from in Philadelphia, if you walked into one of my local bars, like McGeehan's, like Common Cottage, I'm sending a shout out to that, and you walked in with a pair of sandals, you get a load of shit lasting forever. But you're in a fucking city, man. You don't want to be walking around. There's fucking glass all over the place and shit like that.
Yeah, you used to remind me when I was living down in Galveston. We go up to Houston, laugh like hell. We'd walk in, of course, wearing flip-flops, shorts, and cowboy hats. I'm like, "Hey, where the hell you boys from? Galveston?" It's like, "Yeah, how can you tell?"
And that's a Galveston thing, walking around in flip-flops?
Yeah, it's
Is
the
that
beach.
a cowboy thing? Is that what happened
Well,
in
no,
the
it's just
late
the
1800s?
No, it's the
Flip-flops
beach.
showed up?
I was in Florence, South Carolina, doing a gig, and I went to a grocery store, and this big giant redneck peckerwood looks at me and goes, "Where's your boots?" I said, "What? Where's your boots?" I said, "Oh, they're getting resold." And I was wearing flip-flops and a cowboy hat, and then he asked me where my horse was, and I said, "Well, I got about 250 of them under that fucking van engine out there."
Your fucking van. I love that stuff.
But that's all. The dude was sporting to like just kick my ass.
Yeah,
And,
grocery store.
Yeah. And when you're in the deep south, you look a little bit odd. They fuck with you bad.
They do that. You know what? They do that up north.
Well, yeah.
I walked in a bar. I told you the bar.
I've never been that far
when
north.
I was working at Treasury,
On the
I had a
eastern
loft apartment in Northeast Philadelphia, and there was a local bar. It was called I forget the name of it.
People in Minnesota are nice. They don't fuck with you. They're really super nice.
But I went in its bar.
Coasters.
I took off my jacket, but I'm wearing a white shirt, blue striped tie, and I'm going in with my gray pants and stuff like that. And I'm having a beer. I'm just sitting down.
Pants?
Gray pants, not
gray. Oh, I thought you said crepe
pants, not gray. Gray pants, dress shoes, sit down, drinking a beer. The guy looks at me and goes, "How long do you spend to stay here?" And I go, "It's like 3:30 in the afternoon." I'm going, "What the fuck?" It's like, "You're not closing up yet." And he goes, "We don't close till like 3 o'clock. If we don't." And the closing time is 2 o'clock in Philadelphia, regular bar. It's 3 o'clock. And they said, "Why? You close up super early?" It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He goes, "Because this is a biker bar. You're going to come in, there's going to be a bunch of warlocks, and they come and see you. Holy shit, you're going to have a problem." And I go, "Okay." And they said, "Well, my name's Jim. I live down the street. What should I do to make this a regular place? Do I have to come in regular clothes? Can I come in and just stop in a couple times and make it?" I didn't want to cause any problems or something like that. And I was able to carry sometimes. So I'm like, I hate to get in the thing. I was working at Treasury at the time, so that would have been a big issue if some bikers messed with a guy from Treasury.
G-Man?
I wasn't a G-Man.
G-Man, Revenuers too.
No, but I went back. I left the place and went home, and then another day I thought I let my hair grow out.
Was that a bag of weed? Oh.
What do you got? Weed?
That's what I was hoping for, but
I was hoping it was weed.
No.
I'm out of weed.
That's not a goodie bag.
And I went back and it came back with a T-shirt a couple days later, when my hair appropriately tussled, and that wasn't good enough because I almost got my ass kicked. Almost got my ass kicked. I walked in there. I tried to be kind of. I don't even know what that was in the mid-'90s. The mid-'90s, 22 years ago, when I was 32 years old. But I was a strapping young man then.
I've always been able to bullshit my way out. I couldn't fight my way out of a wet paper bag. I'm a guitar player, man. I can't smack people around.
Don't start it, man, dude. What was that? Cody broke his hand a couple years ago. We got in a damn fight, broke his hand. The boy was out of work for 6 months.
Yeah, you can't fucking do that shit.
Can't be punching stuff.
No, I wasn't. I mean, I knew right away if there's a biker bar, there's nothing I could do. I mean,
well, I don't have much problem. I get along just fine in biker bars.
Well, I mean, if they get to know
as well. I
know, but if they get to know me, I would get along fine. Now I get down here.
We don't really have real bikers down here, man. We got
the outlaws.
We got doctors and lawyers. Yeah, the outlaws of the hardcore outlaws. You'll never meet them.
They don't come down here.
No, they
have a club up here.
Well, they have a club in Miami, but that's all. That's just for show, and they let in the doctors and lawyers to pay all the dues, so the other guys can do their shit without. And then they can point to see we did the Toys for Twats run.
We did this run. We did that.
Toys for what?
Toys for Twats.
It's not Toys for Twats. Twats. Oh, jeez. Fuck, Luke, man, you can't say that shit.
We had
it's about kids.
Yeah.
It's about the fucking kids.
So.
Hey, every kid in the fucking Keys got a bicycle this year and a fucking helmet, man. Now, back in our day, man, that's what's wrong with all these fucking kids, man.
My buddy Steve stepped up and gave away a whole shitload of helmets.
Oh, is it the guy from the bike shop?
Yeah.
That guy did an awesome fucking job right there.
He gave away a shit ton of helmets.
Oh, hey, I wanted.
I should have got one just for drunken.
Yeah, wearing for drinking. I don't know. I'm gonna put you one of my old race bike helmets. We're just gonna put a straw in it for you.
You need to strap those drinks around you. We're going to start doing our shout outs, but we're going to talk. You can talk about your shows and interrupt me if you like. But I ran into a guy. Hopefully, we're going to be going back to our new venues. We're expanding that. We had a big spike in listenership. We have a new potential sponsor. It's a handcrafted, small batch premium craft spirits called Keyed Up. It's going to be manufactured, distilled here in the Keys.
Cool. Are they going to do any
vodka
whiskey?
And tequila.
Oh.
But
I'll do tequila.
It'll pay the bills.
I don't mind tequila.
And I met the guy, John. His wife's in charge of it. Keyed Up Spirits. You can reach them. You can check out Keyed Up Spirits. That's KEY_D Up Spirits on Facebook. On Instagram, it's at Keyed Up Spirits. One word, Keyed Up Spirits that way. At Twitter, Keyed Up Spirits. And the oh my God, I can't believe I can read this. On the internet, the address is www.keyed_up, no apostrophe, KEYDUP, spirits.com. And they're going to be down at Keys. They're going to be one of our, I'm going to make the assumption that they're going to be our primary, they're going to be one of our sponsors.
Sounds good to me.
And then we're going to, much like the Germans did in the last century, we're going to conquer the rest of the Keys with the show. I'm going to lay down the gauntlet.
We're going to drive to Poland?
We're driving through Poland, but it's all going to be through Keys. We're going to go all the way down to Key West. We're going to establish ourselves with authority.
Well, all I want to know...
Can I tell you about my wife's sat-nav in the VW?
What? What?
The wife's sat-nav in the VW?
The white sat-nav.
My wife sat-nav in her VW. It only wants to go to Poland.
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. Did you get that?
I can't hear for shit, man.
Okay.
The wife sat-nav in the Volkswagen.
She sat in a Volkswagen?
No, the sat-nav, the satellite navigation on her Volkswagen.
Oh, sat-nav.
Oh, well, okay. I didn't get it either.
Yeah.
I mean, Luke and I are just there.
Doesn't matter where you program it to go. It just automatically points to Poland.
To Poland?
Yep, just wants to go to Poland.
Because it's German.
Yeah.
It wants to invade Poland.
Yeah. It's a VW.
But I don't think a VW is going to be doing too much damage in Poland.
Satellite navigation. Wow. I see people all the time. It's like, fucking turn that shit off, or either that or learn your fucking distances. You know, it says like 2 miles to your fucking turn, and they don't know how far that is.
2 miles is anywhere between like 10 feet and...
So they're doing 10 miles an hour, holding up the road with their blinker on, and they start to turn, and they go back on the road, and they start to turn it. Fuck, man, wait till it says 500 feet or something. Yeah?
Well, the sat-nav hates my voice. It just has fun with me.
Fucking Siri is a goddamn fucking sensitive fucking cunt, man.
Okay.
You can't even talk to that fucking bitch the way you want to talk to her, and it's without her getting all offended and shit.
Luke talks to Siri, and he gets all filthy.
Need for that.
Yeah, there's no need
I
for
just
that.
talk the way I fucking talk, and Siri's like, you need for that? Fuck you, you fucking artificial intelligence. There's no fucking way I'm hurting your fucking feelings, you goddamn cunt. Just do what I fucking say.
You know what? When they take over, I guess we have to stay mainly out of it.
Luke's going to be locked out of everything.
Yeah, the robots are going to.
Oh no, man! Siri gets pissed at me, and she fucking shuts off. Won't even fucking talk to me. Then she starts calling me up. Fuck you! Don't fucking ever call me up. The fuck is up supposed to be?
Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to have to refer to the backpack titty guy story.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, and that's going to be next week. We're going to start the ongoing story with the back.
I don't know about the backpack titty guy story.
Okay, well, I'm
annoying as hell.
bartending. It's Saturday night. A guy comes in. He has a fucking backpack. Thank you. Thanks.
Sean
Do you have
is
anything
the
to say,
man.
Sean?
Hey guys, what's going on out there? Pour some wine.
This is Sean, our infamous
Our lovely bartender.
Bartender extraordinaire.
Mr. Legs 2006.
Woo! Yes, he was.
Mr. Legs 2006.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
he was.
I was like 2010.
And he invented a great shot called "Come in a Hot Tub."
Coming a hot tub.
Yep. Okay.
And it really
that
does look like "Come in a Hot Tub."
Okay. Backpack titty guy. Let's get to it. This guy's
Thanks, Sean.
a poorly taken care of 60-year-old.
Oh.
Well, he could have been a very poorly taken care of 50-year-old too.
No, I could tell. If I cut him in half, there'd be 60 rings.
Okay.
I mean, I for some reason, maybe. Oh, that would be a really bad.
I look pretty shitty most of the time myself. People think I'm a bum.
Luke, you don't.
It's like, look, it's homeless Santa Claus.
No, this guy came in. This guy came in with 3 bags of groceries and says, "You guys can use this."
Like,
and I said, "No, we can't.
Really can't.
We cannot take food off the street and start cooking it in the restaurant." And then he comes in and says how he got kicked out of his house down the street. Well, he still lives down the street. So obviously he didn't get kicked out of his house. So he has this big backpack, and he kept it on his back. A short, kind of fat, not short fat, maybe 5'8".
Short and fat.
Okay. So he's talking, and I gave him a beer. He paid for it, which was good. And there were 2 young girls right in the corner over here. I'm pointing over to the corner of the bar, and they're in their mid-20s, I'd have to say.
Yeah, mid-early.
Very attractive girls. And he proceeds to tell a joke. And it's a joke I know. But he skips over 2/3 of the jokes. And he says, "Windshield wipers. I love titties. Woo!" Like that. And I go, "What happened?"
Where are the rest of the joke go,
like
man?
this. I was telling a joke. I said, "You just told the punchline." It starts out with, guy gets a patient, shows a psychiatrist, sees his patient. The patient has a problem. He's obsessed with breast. And he goes, psychologist says, "Well, let's start with a little word association." And he says, "Pillows." And he goes, "2 soft breasts." And he goes, "Okay, what if I say oranges?" And he says, "2 juicy tits." And he goes, okay, I see where you're going. How about windshield wipers? He goes, "Titties." And the guy goes, "How in the hell do you get titties from windshield wipers?" He goes, "Easy, doc." The windshield wipers going back and forth. And we went and told the girls that joke by going to the punchline. Oh, that guy just walked in the ladies' room.
Yeah, he's fine.
That was fucking great. But with any compunction because the men's room's open.
Well, and you can always tell when you're in anytime you go in the bathroom and there's no urinal, it's like you probably walked in the wrong one.
If it's a single seater, why?
Well,
there's a urinal in the men's.
There is, but if it's a single seat bathroom, I don't want 2 guys. You're not going to be sitting when a guy's pissing next to your head.
No.
Not unless you're at the Caribbean Club and you're that desperate to take a shit.
No, I'll go hit the porta potty out back, man. I'll go hit the porta potty out back.
At the Caribbean Club, right there, and it's iconic. It's an iconic location. If you go to the Caribbean Club, it's a tiny bathroom, and there's a sink. Wait, it starts out from the door.
Urinal?
Starting right. Urinal, sink, toilet.
Shitter.
And you go in there, but it's open in public. If you're taking it, I'll tell you, if I have to go, I will go.
To the Thomas Cropper?
Yeah, I will. I will go.
There you go.
Here's the one that invented it.
I think we've reached almost the 48th minute. I think we should say our adieus.
One last little joke, man.
You gotta
Speaking
get going
of
there, bro.
psychologists, so this girl's, getting ready to graduate psychology school, and she's going to be a psychiatrist.
Psychology. You don't have to pronounce it.
And so, at any rate, so she's going through with her instructor, and he says, "Okay, what's wrong with this patient?" And she observes him for a little while, and wow, he looks like he has schizophrenia and stuff, and a couple more patients. Oh, he's OCD and blah, blah, blah. That's compulsive disorder, blah, blah. Then she comes up with this dude, and he's sitting there with a handful of peanuts, and he's jerking off. And she's like, I just can't figure it out. So she asks the guy, "What's wrong with you?" And he says, fucking nuts.
Nope.
Oh, well, at any rate.
That was a good. I'm glad we waited for that one, Luke.
Yeah. Oh, well, fuck it.
Luke, why don't you say goodbye to folks?
Goodbye, folks. Come back when you can't stay so long.
Anything else?
If we don't see him before mating season, fuck you.
My name's Jim the Keys bartender. I'm turning it over to the rest of the goodbyes over to Bill Wissinger.
Thank you, guys. We do appreciate y'all listening to us. Hope you all have a fantastic week. We will see you next week. Enjoy your time.
Capital One knows life doesn't alert you about your credit card.
Pitch hitting, the catcher, number 2. Also Karen in row J eating the hot dog. Did you mean to tip 167% yesterday at Le Cafe restaurant? Just checking.
So, meet Eno, the Capital One assistant that catches things that might look wrong, like over-tipping, then sends an alert to your phone and helps you fix it. Eno, another way Capital One is watching out for your money when you're not. Capital One, what's in your wallet? See CapitalOne.com for details. Limitations apply.
Right now, you can get both Sprint's unlimited plan and the all-new Samsung Galaxy S10 included for just $35 per month per line for 5 lines. All you need is approved credit and an 18-month lease. No trade-in required. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or call 800-SPRINT-1.
Phone $15 a month after $22.50 a month. Credit apply within 2 bills. If canceled earlier, main balance due. Unlimited basic after 6/30/20. Pay $32 per month per line for 5 lines with auto pay. Data deprioritization during congestion. Speed maximums. Use rules and restrictions apply.